Step number 3 in the a cappella section is heel brush step, or sorry, heel back flap, ball change, heel back flap, ball change, heel back flap, ball change, chug, 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 chug. So, similar to what we were thinking in terms of a triplet rhythm when we did our paddle turn, I want you to think a very similar kind of rhythm here for this first portion of this section, of this series rather. You just came out of your paddle turn, so all of your weight is on your left. Since you are paddling this last time around with the right foot, the right arm is up by the ear, and the left arm is out. You're going to start this with a dig with the right heel. So it's exactly like that. When I turn to the side so you can see what my foot is going to do, it looks exactly like you're digging your heel into the ground. Just like that. Notice both of my knees ended up getting bent. That is perfect. In this section, I almost want you to think a really consistent plie in the knees. Keeping a slight bend to the knees will not only, again, kind of help protect your legs and your hips and all of that stuff since we're doing a lot of pounding into the floor. It also can sometimes help accentuate your sound, help to naturally project your sound a little bit more just because you have a little bit extra power behind the movement of your leg. And also, again, just will help, make sure that you're really pushing into the floor with these movements. So you're going to start with your heel. Heel dig out on 1. Back flap with that same right foot. So just again, like we said, you almost have to kind of kick it out a little bit. Reverse on the left. Heel. Back flap with that foot. And then ball change right, left. Not too wide. Definitely do not really go past shoulder width. You just don't have time to be taking huge steps here. So again, taking a good, consistent plie in the knees. Let's try one set of that. Heel, back, flap, ball change. Here we go. 5, 6, 1 time only. Now you have that 3 times in a row. Each time starts with your right foot. Heel, back, flat, ball change. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Here we go. Right foot's ready to go. 5, 6, 7 and 8 and up. Now we're going to do a little turn. I'm going to consider these alternating chugs. You could definitely think of them as a stomp because we're going to do full-footed action using both of your taps. But we're going to alternate the feet. Because of the speed of this step, I want you to think almost a little bit more of like a sliding or a quick shifting action from foot to foot. You're going to turn really quick around yourself. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Make sure you end with that and count, and it's going to end up landing on your left leg. Okay? So, all we're going to do is, again, lead with the right, turning towards the right shoulder. Definitely put a good bend in the knees, and we're just going to kind of stomp or get a little chugging action here going from foot to foot. So we go 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. You can definitely put a little extra space in your feet here. Again, the little extra bend in the knees and a little extra space will help you get a little bit bigger sound. So let's try that one more time slow. It goes right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. This is an even count. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Let's try it. A 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. I also want you to think of it as a chug because I don't want you to waste time picking your foot up too high, trying to get a good stomping action, and sound. I want your foot to barely leave the ground here. So thinking again to chug, which is a sliding action on the floor, think that kind of emotion here. Keep the feet close. This is one time that I'm going to tell you, you can go ahead and open up the feet, because normally I'm going to be barking about pulling your feet close and keeping them underneath you. This one you can give yourself a little extra space. The knees are bent in that plie position, which we've talked about. The hands are also going to bend at the elbows. The palms are going to be pushing down. So facing you, they look like this. The fingers, you almost want to feel like you've got piano hands, but we're going to jazz hand it so they're flat. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. That's our body position as we're turning. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and again, your weight definitely has to end on your left, or you're going to be sunk, no pun intended, getting into the next step. Let's do that turn one more time. We're going to pick up the speed of our feet now. Turning to the right, leading with the right. You're just coming out of your ball change, so you're ready to get into this with your right foot. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. From our heel digs. Now the arms on the heels. I don't necessarily want to choreograph it. I want you to be really loose and be really expressive. So I want you just to kind of put some sass, put some energy, put a lot of just force and enthusiasm into your arms and just let them swing naturally. You can totally throw some head movements in there. Just really stylize it as you would want to. You can keep it as little as you would like to if you think it's in keeping with your character. If your character would be big with it, then be big with it. Bigger is better here, so definitely just don't be afraid to take a risk, and we'll let you know in rehearsal if what you're doing is too much. So go ahead for right now and just put it all out there, and we'll definitely give you feedback when it's needed. So like I said, the arms and the upper body are just going to kind of do what you feel, all right? So we're coming out of our paddle turn. Weight ends on the left, arms are up here. Here we go, this whole section, this is step number 3 in your a cappella section. Heel brush step, or heel back flap. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and 1, and up. That repeats. Heel back flap, ball change, heel back flap, ball change, heel back flap, ball change, chug, 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 chug. On the repeat, the only thing that's different is on those little chugs, those alternating feet chugs, instead of turning, we're traveling downstage. Because we have another chug section coming downstage pretty soon after that, don't take huge steps here. Do not try to get to the front edge of the stage, because you have to give yourself somewhere to go with it. Okay? So let's do this twice in a row, and then we're going to add in our last element, which is an audible sound here. Coming out of our turn. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and up. The last piece. Oh, my phone fell over. So sorry. The last piece. I was wondering at what point that was going to happen. The last piece that we have, is the audible. On each of the heels, you're going to add a sound ba, B-A. Really short, right from the diaphragm, and you're just going to hit it right through the back glass at the Bradley Theater. Ba, 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 ba. Nothing on the ball change, nothing on the chugs. It happens both times since that series repeats twice. With the second one, the chugs moving downstage. Both times we do that audible sound. So let's add, that's the last piece in. Remember, loose, loose, loose here in the upper body. Get the head going. Put some chutzpah into the arms. Sorry if my phone gets knocked over again. It's probably inevitable. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1 and a 2 and a go. Here. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Nice. Hey, my phone stayed up. One more time. Let's go a little bit faster. Same thing. Don't change anything except your tempo. Keep those knees loose and bent. A 1, 2, 1 and a 2.